Hello and welcome back to the CVSplit.com training series. My name is Stephen McKenzie and today's topic is going to be asset management, or essentially the file manager for uploading images, style sheets, JavaScript, etc. to the CVSplit.com admin for your website. The asset management is in the content menu on the main dashboard, top menu of your website. Click on Assets, and here you will see some familiar UI for CVSplit. In the left, we have like a branch view of all the folders that you have, a home button to get you back to the root folder, a filter for the type of file that you want to look at, a search field for searching for files by name, and then some functions for working within the context of the asset menu. Uploading, downloading or uploading zip files, copying files, moving files, and deleting files. So first let's take a look at the creation or uploading of files. We can create a new JavaScript file, we can create a new style sheet, a text file, upload files, or create a folder. So for now, let's create a folder called Images. And in the Images folder, we're going to upload a bunch of pictures. So let's just grab all of these. So now we have a visual representation of all of these graphical files, these images that we've uploaded into the Images folder. And we can manipulate them, we can move them around or delete them or rename them or even re-download them individually back to our computer. We could also get a zip file of the whole thing. So we could select the Images folder and say that we want to download the current folder as a zip file, and there it is. So once you've gotten used to working within this file manager, you'll find that it can be as easy and as quick as using FTP for managing your images and JavaScript and style sheets for your CVSplit website. So moving of files is as simple as selecting the file that you want to move and then clicking these little arrows here and then choosing the destination of where you want to put it. So let's move the CSS file into the Images folder, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but let's do it anyways. So it's telling us what it's going to do. It's going to move 0 folders in 1 file, and yes, we'll continue. And now we will see that the CSS file is in the Images folder. But that's silly, so let's put it back. And away we go. It's back in the home folder. So uploading, like if we were to just get rid of this for now, the images, we could upload the zip folder. And we're basically tell it to upload it to the root folder, and if there's any other folder in the way that we want to wipe it out. And now we're going to select the file. So there it is. It's uploading the 10 meg file and then extracting it, and then there's your images. So yeah, that's pretty much how easy it is to use this interface. You can create virtual files or files that are linked to a third-party resource, and this can be quite handy for things like fonts from Google or jQuery files from the jQuery website. So you would just hit create script, tell it it's a remote, name the file jQuery.js or whatever .min.js, and then insert the URL to where you want to call that file from. And when you do it this way, the file will then be available in the layouts to choose to select it from here. Even though it's a third-party remotely linked library, this is still the proper and correct way to include such things in the CV split system. And the reason for that is so that when you're in the page view of the website and you're editing a page, and that page relied on those fonts or relied on that jQuery to render properly for you to visually edit it as though you were viewing the site from the front end, if it's added to the asset or to the layout properly, you will be able to preview the page just the way it looks on the front end. And this is really handy for the owner of the website who wants to start a split test to edit the page and make his changes. Whereas if you were to not properly attach your style sheet or your JavaScript in this way, and instead just had it down here, hard-coded or linked, when you preview the page in the visual editor for the Pages module, you won't see the page as it's meant to render on the front end of the website. So that is one of the main reasons why we're managing these files in this way. A couple other things about the asset manager. Copying files, again, it's similar to moving it. We can make a copy of the CSS file, and that's interesting. It didn't want to copy it over top of itself. So I thought it would have just renamed it to like main.copy.css, but it just refused to do it. So I copied it into the images folder and it worked fine. We now have a copy of our main.css, but let's get rid of it because we don't need it. And we can also get rid of the images folder because we don't really need that. And away we go. Searching for files is as simple as typing in a part of the name. MA matched main.css and main.js. Or we could clear that and we could just say we want to see style sheets only, or images only, or scripts only. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about asset management. When you're in the Pages module and you're editing a page and you decide that the image that you wanted to include on the page was not in fact already in your asset manager, but instead on your local hard drive, you can, right from this interface, go ahead and upload directly. And that would save you from having to jump back into the asset manager and do it. So let's just grab this vertical banner and we can include it in our page just like that. So yeah, that's asset management and CV split. I hope this video helps you out. Our next video in the series is going to deal with snippet management and how the snippets can be inserted into various layouts and pages globally, or by type, or a certain amount of pages except for a few. And yeah, tune into the next video and you'll become an expert on snippet management on cvsplit.com. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen McKenzie, and I'll see you soon.